Hi, welcome to Mr. Mark's Classroom. My name is Mark Jones, and you're here in my resource room, and I have a great idea for you to consider for Mother's Day. If you're looking for what am I going to do, what am I going to provide for the kids to make their mothers, they're going to love this. It's a recipe holder. You know, moms, they cook. They cook every day, lots of gourmet meals, and so this will be perfect to hold their recipes. And so simply what you do is you use a swim noodle. Now we got a bunch of swim noodles left over at our church, so maybe you do too. If not, it's kind of the season. They're back out there and you can get colorful ones too. And simply all you do is cut it with a pair of scissors. And you can even trim it. It's very easy to do with scissors. You don't need the knives to do that. You will need a knife, and I have an X-Acto here to just kind of make a slice through the top of it, just a little ways, not all the way, but just a little ways, so that way the card can sit right down inside this slot. So, all right, so I've got that cut. So now the card can easily slide down into that slot. So we're going to use that as kind of our guide in setting the rest of this up. Now we want to put the feet on it, and so you just simply push the golf tees right inside, so that way, oh, that looks a little bit crooked, so I'm going to try it again there. And then we can put one in the back so it doesn't rock. That way it'll stand up just right. Now we want to add the little flower. So the flower is simply another one of these foam noodles. They're long, but they're kind of a scalloped edge. And whenever you cut it, just cut it with the scissors and you'll have it. And that'll make a nice little edge for the flower, and you can glue that on. Now here's a tip. Well, you're using glue, and you can use tacky glue. If you use hot glue, then be ready for it to melt a little bit, because the melting, it's so hot it melts the foam a little bit. So if I can get some glue to come out. So, come on glue, I'm begging you. So I'll put a little glue on here. All right. Then stick it on with a toothpick so that it can dry. Add a little pom-pom right in the middle, and you can glue that too, and then it's ready to go. And the little card can slide in place, and then when it dries by the end of your class time, you can simply just remove the toothpick and it's ready to go. Maybe on the first message, there could be a recipe for loving your mother on Mother's Day, and that could be the message that you would add. I think they'll like making this, and it'll be a lot of fun. So we've got a lot of ideas for you in the Holiday Ideas 365. We want you to check it out. It's at mrmarksclassroom.com/store, and you can see it's an immediate download if you want to just download it digitally, all in color. You'll like that. Or we can print you off a piece and send it to you as well, if that would be better. All of this is brought to you by the One Day Workshop. We want to invite you to consider training your workers in your church. Check out all the ideas that we have to offer for the One Day Workshop and inviting me to come and be a part of training your leadership. I think your teachers will have staying power, and they'll do a great job if they're trained. Check it all out at mrmarksclassroom.com.